Hey guys, it's Ornlu and Wozas. We are getting some early insight as to the new civilizations of the upcoming AoE2 DLC, The Last Chieftains. So this is on the Steam page. I'll link it in the comments. But yeah, I am like just learning about this right now. I had no idea any of this stuff. So we are getting the bonuses, the tech tree, and some new images and whatnot. So I'm going to go through these. Now, as of me recording this, I know that people have had access to the other Civs tech trees. I don't know if those are supposed to be out right now. So I will not comment on to them to not anger the robot overlords. They will likely come with their own little preview pages, so we'll do those in separate videos. I think. I think that's what's happening. Anyway, a deep dive into the Mapuche civilization. So, famed for their resistance against Spanish invasions during the Araucanian Wars, the Mapuche dominate the valleys near the southern Andes with deadly counter units and unique cavalry tactics. Centuries of living in tune with their environment makes them adept foragers, and familiarity with terrain lends them knowledge of the location of enemy castles. True to their adaptive reputation, the Mapuche also leveraged horses and gunpowder weapons captured from defeated Spanish armies. So once I have access to this, I'll definitely make more in-depth videos. I think what I'm gonna do, just off the top of my head now, um, I'll make my like testing videos. I'll go through all the tech trees. I'll go through the units like I did with the Three Kingdoms. Um, but it seems like we just get access to the tech trees and bonuses early. Anyway, I'll go through this once we go into the tech tree because tech trees are important for the context of bonuses. So here's the stuff on the Kona. We've already kind of heard about this. So they deal bonus damage to wounded foes. Now we don't know the stats of any of these units yet. And you have the Bolas Rider here, which slows down opponents. We knew about this as well. Unique technologies. We'll cover this in a second. Malon. Malon is a punitive raid carried out by Mapuche warriors. The Malon is hung like a dark cloud over the Mapuche Spanish foes. Its objectives could variously entail conquest, plunder, or revenge. Effect: bolas, slingers, and skirmishers deal pass-through damage. That sounds sick. And then Butlmapu. When facing a new threat, Mapuche tribes formed the Butlmapu. Far more than a mere military alliance, the Butlmatu was a sacred pact that united valiant Mapuche warriors under one banner. Effect: team unique unit cost decreased. That is pretty sick. Anyway, here is the Mapuche castle. So it looks quite nice there. You can see it's kind of like got the huts and the stone thing as well. And there's the new Chompy warrior building an outpost. And here is the wonder as well. So you go up the stairs into the big fancy hut. And then, of course, the pre-order stuff. Now, sure you guys are into the bonuses, tech tree, all that good stuff. Now, unfortunately, this image isn't like super high res, at least as much as I would like, but I think this is still going to be good enough. So, Mapuche, Cavalry and Counter Units Civilization. Foragers drop off plus 20% food. So this is going to be like, I think, the Malian Gold Miner bonus, where the forages are faster, last longer, and give you more resources. So it's kind of like a little triple eco boost in one. This is going to give Mapuche a very solid Dark Age. Any early game food bonus is going to be fantastic. Settlements can train Spearman Line and Skirmishers. So, what does that mean? Settlements are a new regional building to the South American civs. So you can see it is literally all of the eco drop-off sites. So we don't know how much it costs. We don't know how long it takes to build. So there's still plenty of unknowns, but as you can see, you get all the eco upgrades here. And theirs can also train skirmishers and spearmen. You'll probably have one or two of these as soon as you hit feudal age. Could also be great for rushing, but again, we'll need to see, the devils in the details and all that. Anyway, infantry, slingers, and skirmishers gain extra HP per age. So infantry, I mean, it'll be okay. We'll have to see how good the Chompy warriors are. Your halbs are going to have the extra HP in Imp, though, which is nice. And even extra HP in Feudal Age for Spearmen and whatnot. The Skirmishers and Slingers is going to be a big one, though, because both of these units have very low base HP throughout the game. And this is not a percentage increase. This is just a flat HP increase. So 35 HP for Elite Skirmishers, 40 for Slingers. That is going to be a lot. I mean, Vietnamese, I have 20% more HP, so 42 HP for skirmishers in Castle Age. For Mapuche, that's going to be 45, and an imp, it's going to be 50. That is crazy, crazy good. But again, we will have to see. Mounted units generate +3 gold when defeating military units. So this is kind of like the old Persian bonus that they got rid of, where you could get gold for defeating units. This is specifically military units, and it's also +3 gold instead of +5. But you also only have 2 cavalry units. You have your Kona, and you have your Bolas Rider. So, yeah. Spoiler, they don't have a stable. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah, enemy castles are revealed on the map. Kind of a weird bonus because, like, it's like mid-game when you're going to figure out where your opponents are dropping castles. But still, it's good to have extra information for sure. Unique units, Bolas Rider and the Kona. And then we already talked about the unique techs. Bola Riders, Slingers, and Skirmishers deal pass-through damage. Like, these guys are literally going to have some of the best skirms in the game. That said, no Bracer. So before you get 2 up in arms, no Bracer. So your skirms are tanky, but you still miss a lot of that critical range. And then just Spearmen and Skirmishers, +2 line of sight, kind of okay team bonus. Looking at the archery range real quick, you've got no ARBs. So your archer play isn't going to be all that exciting. Your Bolas Rider seems to be, I guess, just sort of your raiding counter cavalry ranged unit. The stats are going to be super important for this one, but your skirms are going to be great, and your slingers are going to be great. Slingers don't really care that they miss Bracer, at least not as much, because they do most of their damage via bonus damage, as opposed to, base attack. So more HP, little bit less range. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. And your skirmishers that can deal pass-through damage, and slingers as well, they're going to be doing just fine. Still going to be a very powerful archery range. Remember, at the barracks, all these units get extra HP, so you have all the way up to Halb. No Squires, though. So again, tanky but slower. And again, we just have to see the stats on the Chompy Warrior. I will, of course, do a deep dive video into the Chompy Warrior as well as soon as that one comes out. So yeah, you have all the way up to Halb. You've got both of the infantry blacksmith upgrades for Imperial Age, so that's all good. And no Gambesons, but I don't know if that will affect the Chompy Warriors anyway. We will have to see. No stable, like I said, no stable and no stable upgrades. So Bola Riders, I don't know if they're going to benefit from archer upgrades. I imagine they will since they're at the archery range. But that means that your Kona unique unit is going to be have no armor upgrades that you can get on it whatsoever. No bloodlines or husbandry either, because obviously those are at the stable. Siege looks pretty underwhelming. You do have siege engineers, so that's at least something. But yes, Capt Rams with siege engineers, onagers, and heavy scorpion. It's not the greatest siege tech tree in the world, but it's, it'll get the job done most of the time, but not a strength of the civilization. Blacksmith we already covered. No Bracer is a huge deal, of course, but I think your skirmishers, you have really strong units to help make up for that, so I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. I just realized my face is still in the corner. Hopefully I didn't cover anything up too important. Whatever. This is right on the fly, man. At the dock, you have the Catapult Galleon, which is the new ship for the American Civs, no heavy demo. You have everything else here. Missing shipwright, dry dock. I mean, there's so many different upgrades. Now, it seems like your Navy is not really going to be a core strength of the Civ. You have no fortified wall, but you do have stone walls. You have watchtowers and bombard towers. This is wild. We have never had a combination like this before. Literally, stone walls, watchtowers, no fortified wall, no guard tower, arrow slits. Very important to have arrow slits for your watchtowers, guys. But you have freaking bombard towers, so I guess that's where getting the gunpowder from the captured Spanish is going to be all about. So that'll be interesting for sure. Castle, it looks like you do have hoardings, so still going to be decent castles. Your monks are not going to be a strength of the civilization. No redemption, no fervor, no block printing, no illumination. So monks are just sort of your basic monkey unit. We'll move my face here. No guilds, no two-man saw, but you have the rest of the eco upgrades. That's all good. And of course, the settlement is the big point of interest here. that you can train your trash units from. So, what to think here of the Mapuche? They're definitely going to be a more aggressive civ. I imagine all of these civs are going to be more aggressive. The ranged units are definitely, I think, the interesting ones, but you have bonuses to ranged units, infantry units, and cavalry units. So you have a little bit of everything with the civ. You have a strong early game with your faster forger drop-off. The trash unit aspect is, again, super good throughout the game. You're probably going to need to play them a little bit differently, though. I mean, yes, the skirmishers, scare meta, all that stuff is good, but it's going to be maybe a little bit difficult to push with them in the late game. Because none of these units seem like especially strong, obvious go-to power unit. And that does seem to be a bit of a weakness for the Civ. More about countering your opponent as opposed to just doing, your own strong thing. Let's see how good the Konas are. Because that seems to be a bit of the linchpin for the Civ. Because if the unit is very good, then the Civ just seems completely set. So I imagine that Konas are still going to be a little bit situational. But guys, that is going to be it for the Mapuche. Again, I will go into significantly more detail once we get access to this, and by we, I mean me. So I imagine I'll be getting some sort of early access to this, and I will go into lots of depth and testing and all that good stuff. But I still think that you guys are as excited for this upcoming DLC as I am, so I just want to get this video out here because I think you guys will enjoy it. And link in the chat comments, same thing. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. I imagine we will be getting the Muisca and Tupi soon, so definitely stay tuned for that, and I will see you next time.